on YouTube. This is Flowmaster Training Part 2. If you have not watched Part 1, please pause this video and go watch the other one. How to get acquainted with it. We're going to do the Flowmaster visual, Flowmaster audio. You guys can probably hear the machine gun sounds over here on the right. We're going to talk about the audio parts, how we use that. We're going to show you some live examples from today. You probably learned and remember from the last lesson. So in the strat section, on here on the left, all of the strat entries that we use and when we use them are over here on the left. On the command area, you can type in hashtag, and I would do cross, okay? And all the cross stuff should show up right here. You're gonna get to know these, but PRZ crosses, inside of here, you're gonna be able to see these kind of in action. Sometimes the crosses for the Flowmaster are going to empower a position, empower an entry, okay? To enhance everything that we're doing here is building confluence. This is additional order flow in that area. This is where we want to see. This is interest in that area. We've got buyers and sellers coming into this place. There's a lot of exchange going on right there. It requires size and speed for us to show that on your chart. And in this location here, this is combined with a dot. In this location, you should already know the dot system. If you don't, you know, roll back the tape. Very, very easy style of trade here. I've already got my reasoning for wanting to get into this position, right? So I see I got a PRZ, but here we have what's called an HMD. This is the harmonic plus the dot. Inside, we're looking to enter in the position. When we get our additional confluence of this beautiful white cross right here, this helps us to go, yes, I want this. I've also got big buyers and sellers coming into this area, and because of my position and my structure, I want to enter into this trade, and I'm looking to get my targets filled, and of course, target 1, target 2, target 3 into a PRZ. On this one particularly, into the PRZ box, first one off at the top. Very, very nice trade right there. That's a $1,200 trade for 8 contracts. That's a nice one. Let's take a peek at another one. Again, I'm going to use a few examples here, and we're going to show some actual live video here today at the end. But I want you to see some examples here first of ways that we can use this. Now, this is an interesting one. This does not include one of our classic dots. This is a pushing probe strategy entry on this trade. Do you see all the interest coming into this area? Oftentimes, you'll hear me in the room. You see all the crosses show up. You see how, like, I mean, you can just see it, right? You see all the interest coming into this area? The last place we saw interest, back here, right? Double crosses. Now we're looking, this is about our distance. We've pretty much zoomed into this area. Now we're kind of getting accumulation, accumulation, accumulation. In this case, we've got longs favorable. We had MACV long. We're looking for the long entry position. Where do I want to enter? I want to get in because these white crosses are showing up, telling me I've got the interest here. This is order flow, massive order flow coming into these areas, and this is what I want to do. This is a pushing probe strategy, so this is more on this screenshot, more showing that, but we also used the entries. The first entries for this were the white crosses coming in to solidify the position, and I'm looking for the PRZ target up above. You can watch that one in the room there as well. Boom, look at all the white crosses showing up, reaffirming the position, and look how monstrous that trade became. Okay, let's zoom in. So initial trade position was by itself, green dot inside of a PRZ. Okay, notice I am toeing the water here, right? How many contracts am I taking? I'm only taking 2 contracts. Okay, that's me saying, I'm toeing the water. I'm gonna test that this might work here. Okay, then I get the white cross starting to show up. Watch me start to add to my positions as these white crosses show up in this area to tell me that this is good and juicy. Okay, look, we got longs favorable. I'm certain at this point. I was also looking over at the MACV filter, and you guys who have been following me in the room know what that means. And of course, in video lessons 1 through 6, you know about the filtering. Looking for this position, the white crosses, that order flow starting to come in. I want to get going. Now, let's just, while we're here, what am I going to do with this? I am definitely going to be drawing ourselves a nice, big, fat horizontal line here to go. We've got an area of interest down here, and I might push it up a little bit farther. Probably, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, horseshoes and hand grenades and stuff like this, got to be close, okay? But if I was going to be drawing a zone, it'd be something like this, okay? An interest zone. Already knew it was there. Let's see if this dips in. I believe it actually does on this trade. And again, more pickup when we got those white crosses, and boom, the explosion. We also had some timing going on. And again, I know there's a lot going on. I'm talking about this trade, but just focus in. Know that Flowmaster is adding to this position, okay? White cross right there. Boom. Oops. Guess I'm not very good at pausing. I'm just gonna have to let it go. Okay. Green dot. I'm getting in long. 2. I'm adding to position. 8. Getting up to 8 contracts as we go in. Again, adding in on those white crosses. Did it dip into this area? I think it did. Let's see. Pretty close. No, pretty close. White cross came in just up above it. There were white crosses over here as well. Again, lots. This kind of told me everything. We would be reading into the charts here, knowing that this was going to be a good position because of the kind of the general areas of where these are starting to come in. We know we got a good position. Plus, what's our structure? We had a structure plus a dot plus the crosses, giving us that extra oomph to get a big trade off of this one. And even on 8 contracts there, this is going to be about another $1,200 trade. Excellent trade right there. Now, let's take the next step. Everybody kind of gets the crosses and the dots, but now let's shift over and start focusing on FlowMaster AUDIOBOX. People who were trading out on the floors, they would talk about having an advantage of being on the actual NYSE floor, at the CME, on those floors, to be able to hear the activity going on in the room, to feel the excitement of the trade. People buying. You could feel like people, okay, who's hitting? And they would kind of get a feel, I'm doing air quotes here, a feel for what was happening, where the prices were going. We get the right one. Here we go. Deep dive. Intent of the tape. You want to go watch this video, okay? I talk about the history of the data. Whoops, let me pause that. So back into this, we talk about optimizations through this. Now the intent of the tape, talking about how the tape is broken up. Now, okay, and if you've ever watched the tape before or tried to look, you can try this visually, but I'll tell you what has been a game changer is being able to hear it and feel it coming into your ears, and you can feel the rapidness of the orders coming in, the speed and the size on the tape. That's what we have done. Now, what happened in October 2009? The tape changed. That's the history in this video. If you want to go back and watch and listen in how that all changed and why the order flow techniques of the past and the stuff that was the history in 2009, October, everything changed. The way that the CME distributed data, near data feed, everybody knows their data feed that comes to them and whatnot. The data feeds changed, okay? We got technology that increased. We were able to get more, okay? It's basically just more. Now we're down to like the microseconds. If you've got a kinetic data feed, if you got CQG continuum, I would really kind of stick right there. Me personally, got lots of reasons for that, but here we go. Getting into the tape, the orders now got broken up into their individual pieces as they got filled. That changed way back then. So everybody who's like, oh, I see the iceberg orders coming in on the tape, all that trash does not work anymore, folks. You wonder why people can't read the tape like they used to? They're like, oh man, I'm a tape reader. Yeah, post 2009, if somebody's still saying that they're a tape reader and they're looking at the order flows and looking at the level 2s and I'm getting the iceberg orders, it's trash, okay? And let me show you what we can do. As those orders are actually being executed, that cannot be faked. That is what we are going to feel coming into your computer, into your ears, as you can feel the rapidity and the speed of the market and the size coming in positions to the long side and to the short side, which is really all you need to know. It's a binary operation, and we're going to show you how we do that in some examples from today. Okay, pow pow. Did you hear that? First set. Those are some big sellers. Now, how can I tell that? Just from those little doof doof. Did you hear that? I'm sure you did. Doof doof. That is a deep bass sound. Bass, deep sound, low bass sound, low going lower. Got it? Ding. Now let's listen in. Didn't break, and we had that green TRZ close out the rest of the position right here. There's the buyers. Was that Gartley? Buyers on this tape. You can hear it. Big shark. So it did not go back down to that 27.75 right there. And then boom, we see buyers start to step in. White cross is pushing up into that king line. Okay, so that was trade number 4. We've got the 5th trade here coming. 1396 so far here on the day. Let's see, MACV still red. Looks like a bull trap. It's only 946. Again, we expect a trap here between 940 and 950. So if it feels to the long side, there they go. We want to be looking for the trap up top and get short. I got my finger over the sells. MACV still red. Need a setup. All right, here come the sellers on the king line. I'm going to reinitiate. This is my last trade here before 1010. Getting short here on the king line. Here's sellers stepping all over the tape here. Here's that that sound. Here we go. Let's get there.
Target filled.
Glorious! Right down to that 27.75. That, ladies and gents, is why we use the big purple line. Big seller stepping all into that. I got my finger over the sell for my 6th trade. 6 shooter. I'm going to dip my toe in the water short right here. Again, very, very small position. We've got a PRZ target on the MACV of 27.70, way down there. Down there on the MACV left. So I put my target on the PRZ that was down there.
Cross coming in. Shouldn't have to position there. But I'm getting a little nervous on that. Here we go. And PRZ long.
Target filled.
PRZ broke at that point.
Some.
Indicating we're turning up. Yep, there we go. Glorious.
There it is.
All right, so that was a very nice short side trade. Now, let's take you up top. All right, here we go. Final trade of the day. Listen to the sounds of the Flowmaster.
Let's do this. Today, calling the Airwolf team, we need a lift. Blue, power guy. Green, multi-PRZ. Fires on the tape, fires on the tape. Push it! On the purple line. Push it! Don't wreck me! Do it!
Sellers tried.
Sellers on the tape. Add to position. Let's do this.
Target filled.
Oh, get wrecked. What do you think, Curtis? Comes by a day. All right. See if we get the explosion or the implosion. Push it. Give me a white cross for the ad. Let's go. Oh, good on EB. We got a PRZ 2804. Let's do this. Hey, let me know when that 89 bar is done.
White cross.
Here we go. Oh no. Come on. Airwolf team. You're dropping us off.
Target filled.
I'm too chicken. Hey. Glory be! Final trade of the day. Let's make that 6. Yeah. Nice.
We were going through this. Super exciting on that trade. Blue power dot came in right there. Pretty easy for that one. Final trade of the day. Boom, wrote it up. Target 1. Target 2 up in here. It was actually a great closeout. Remember, this was the earnings report day. We talked about what's going to happen there at the end of the day, and it was a beauty. I hope you guys enjoyed the Flowmaster audio part 2. There will be a part 3. Was how we closed out the day. 6K for me. Hope you guys enjoyed that tonight. Let's roll out with the end of this tape here, and I will catch you guys in the morning in the Algo trade room on the mic around 8:30 a.m. See ya!
Big bet.
Scammers and shammers, there arose one demigod to wreck them all, making trading great again.